In northern Indonesia, there is an island where danger is part of everyday life, where the locals live on the slopes of one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes. So in today's video of the Sabang to Merauke journey, I set out to explore the Siau region, a small island paradise forged by volcanic activity. And together with Dominik, a local legend, we will learn about its natural riches and its rare species. In another adventure episode from one of the Sulawesi's most remote corners, Pulau Siau. Selamat pagi teman-teman. It is another beautiful morning in Indonesia. It is 8:15 and I have made it down to the port here in Manado because today we're going to an island called Siau. I've been wanting to go to this island because it's quite famous for having one of the most active volcanoes in Indonesia. It's called the Etna, the volcano in Italy, the very active one of Indonesia. So this morning I went down to the Locket. It's a small booth where you buy the tickets, and it opened at 7 o'clock. I was there about 7:30. Got my ticket. It was nearly 300,000 for the executive class. And then I have come into the waiting area. They have like this big hall where they have rotio and you can buy coffee and a bit of breakfast if you haven't gotten that yet. And I've met a local guy called Afri, who is also going to Siau, so yeah, he's helping me to jaga my barang when I'm making clips, and now he's actually waiting for me. He just bought me a cup of coffee, so it's gonna be a good day. I'm super excited to go to Siau, so yeah, let's get another adventure started. Let's go.
Pagi Pak.
Pagi, selamat pagi.
Sudah lancar bahasa Inggris ya?
Ya, little.
Oh, little.
Just little.
Even economy class on the express boat is 255,000 rupiah or $15 US, and the trip takes around 4 hours. But there is also a night ferry which departs at 8, arrives the next morning at 4, and the price is only 125,000 rupiah or $7.5 US. And our ticket came with a lunchbox and AC, which was surprisingly good. Halfway, the ferry makes a stop at Tulandang Island, and from there you can see the one-screen stratovolcano Mount Ruang. It had a big eruption in 2024 and resulted in the evacuation of more than 12,000 people. And on the way to Siau, you're reminded that all the islands around here were born from volcanic eruptions, and the most active one we would find on Siau.
Alright guys, it is 2:30 and we have made it to Siau. I am telling you, the view, it looks like you're arriving at Jurassic Park. The theme music from Jurassic Park was just playing in my head. I got so excited that I even forgot to make like a horizontal clip. I just quickly pulled out my phone and made some clips vertically though, but it looks amazing. I cannot wait to explore this island now. Bro, terima kasih ya. See you next time, Afri. Okay. Selamat siang. Wah. Okay. We have made it.
Hello, welcome.
Halo, thank you. Oh, Dominik.
Selamat datang.
Terima kasih banyak, Pak.
Baik.
Alright, so I have met up with my local tour guide here, Mr. Dominik.
Hello, welcome in Siau Island.
Terima kasih banyak. So Dominik is actually fluent in English. So yeah, perfect. And now he's gonna take me to my hotel. My hotel is only 250 meters away, so yeah, we might as well just take the bike. And helmet, I think. Aman ya. Okay. Bisa Pak?
Bisa.
Aman?
Aman.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, gas pull.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the shortest Gojek ride I have ever had. It took us, 60 seconds I think to get to the hotel. So, selamat ya, Pak.
There aren't a lot of hotel options on Siau Island, so I had booked the first one I could find on Google Maps.
Bahasa Indonesia.
Masih belajar, Bu. Masih belajar.
My room price was 480,000 rupiah or $29 with breakfast. But their cheapest room is just 225,000 rupiah or $13. And it looks surprisingly cozy.
Close-up clip of the Tarsius.
I always like to start my trips by asking my local guide a million questions.
Oh, really?
And we then planned our schedule for the following days.
Alright guys, it is the afternoon here in Siau and I'm so happy. It feels like I am on Jurassic Park Island. We have this incredible mountain views of the two big volcanoes here on each side as the sun is slowly setting. And wherever you look, it's just green and beautiful. It's this island adventure vibe that I really wanted to explore. So yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I cannot wait to explore this island the next couple of days. So I talked to Dominik, my tour guide, and we had a really good chat about the program. And we decided this afternoon just to rest, so we are ready for tomorrow. So I think that's gonna be it here from the first day. I'm gonna get a shower, I'm gonna get something to eat, unpack in my room, and then let's explore the island tomorrow. So happy, so happy. Selamat pagi guys. It is 4:30 here on Siau Island. And now I'm being picked up by Dominik. Selamat pagi, Pak.
Selamat pagi.
Siap?
I'm ready.
Good, good, good. Because this morning, Dominik is taking me up to one of the spots to see the volcano from. We're gonna do a bit of morning trekking, and he says if we want to get the best view, we have to get up here now at 4:30. So I've been up since 3:30, a little bit tired, but ready for adventure. So we've gotten 2 bikes, and let's head up there and check out the view. Gas. Breakfast and stuff like that, we're gonna get that later. So let's go. Okay, teman-teman, it is almost 5 o'clock and we have now parked the bikes and we are heading up a very steep trail. So we could actually take the bikes a bit further up, but Dominik says if it rains later, it's gonna be really dangerous for us to drive down, so it's better that we hike up the rest of the way. Dominik says we are gonna be walking for around 40 minutes. So I think it's gonna be a decent morning workout. Wow, the sun is slowly coming up and the view is just crazy. We're walking on all these many stones, small stone, big stones, and you have to be so careful. Every step you have to check because the stones are rocking, and if you fall here, it's gonna hurt and it's gonna be an even longer way down. So really trying to be careful. You know, it's only when I'm walking up here I'm realizing if this volcano were to erupt, you know, I've always just thought you can just run down the mountain. Run? Cannot run on these rocks. If an eruption happens, well, too bad, then it's gonna be the last episode. But hopefully it will not come to that.
At sunrise, everything looks very peaceful around Karangetang volcano. But we were actually sitting on one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes. More than 40 eruptions since the 1600s. It's hovering just below level 3 on the national alert scale, with daily rockfalls and constant trails of smoke reminding everyone that this mountain is alive. The last major eruption was in 1992, killing several people and creating the sharp grey rocks that we climb on. The top was unfortunately hiding behind the morning mist, but it's also currently forbidden to do the 12-hour hike to the summit.
Ya, untuk pagi ini kita tidak begitu beruntung karena saat ini angin sudah bertiup dan semuanya tertutup dengan kabut. Ya, semuanya artinya kita tidak bisa jamin 100% karena ini secara alami. Dan ya kami akan mencoba sebentar dari arah yang lain, dari posisi Siau Barat. Karena saat ini kita berada di Siau Timur dan semoga kita akan beruntung di bagian Siau Barat.
Oke, makasih Pak.
Sama-sama.
Pulang and sarapan time.
Ya.
So, on our way back here, we found a muscat, as we say here in Indonesia, but in English it's called nutmeg. Because a lot of the locals here, they make a living from selling nutmeg. And Pak Dominik just told me that because the color is all black like this, it means that the quality of the nutmeg is really, really good. And there's a lot of farms, nutmeg farms here on the island. So after breakfast, I think we're gonna go and check that out.
As a child, the forest was Dominik's preferred playground, and his grandmother taught him all of its secrets, the good, the dangerous, and its life-saving capabilities.
So when you are in the forest and you got a problem like you got hurt and bleeding, hospital is quite far. So we use this one to stop your bleeding. Yeah, you just took this one, the brown, like this, you see, and then you put in your wound, and then it will stop your blood.
And this one is called takalolo. Yeah. So actually, if you open this one, I just took the bottom off here, the juice coming inside, if you mix that with your water and drink it, it will make you throw up instantly. So this is good if you've gotten poisoned, food poisoning, or something in your stomach that needs to come up fast. You find this in the forest, mix the juice with your water, drink it, and it'll instantly make you throw up everything. You know, I think we tend to forget that all the medicine that has been made, all the stuff we can buy in the pharmacies today, most of it comes from like things we find in the nature. It's all out here. You just need to know what to look for.
Alright guys, it is 7:45 and it's breakfast time. So we've come back here to the hotel and now I've gotten an omelette, some nasi goreng, bit of sambal, and of course coffee. I still remember in the beginning of my trip, it was so hard for me to eat rice and egg and vegetables for breakfast, but now I've really come to enjoy it. Because in Denmark we would consider rice and egg and stuff like this as dinner, but yeah, here in Indonesia we eat it for breakfast, lunch and dinner. After breakfast, I made a quick stop by Dominik's house, as he wanted to show me the view.
Okay.
He lives here with his wife and 3 children, and together they are planning to expand their house into a homestay so that Dominik's guests can wake up to this view as well. The stunning volcano views can be seen from anywhere on this island. And while it's pretty, it's also a bit scary, not knowing when they will erupt again. So together with Isabel and Robin, two of Dominik's guests, we paid a visit to the government's official monitoring station, from where they keep an eye on all of the volcanic activity in the area.
So we've come up to a small outpost here where we have the view over the highest mountain, because Pak Dominik, he says that he's extremely impressed with how well the government is taking safety precautions in terms of the volcanic activity here. They actually have someone here monitoring the activity 24 hours a day, and then every 6 hours they have to send the report to Bandung, because apparently in Bandung there's like the main office that monitors all the volcanic activity in Indonesia. I imagine I would feel a bit afraid myself. Pak Dominik said that in the past they had an explosive volcano that erupted not too far from here, and they were able to evacuate people from that island in just 5 hours. So before the volcano erupted, everyone got safely away. So I imagine this is why so many people can feel comfortable living on such a small island with such a massive volcano. Would I be able to do it? I'm not sure.
Pak Dominik then took us to meet one of his friends, because Pak Barik sells nutmeg, just like many other locals in Siau, who rely heavily on nutmeg as their main source of income. He brought us to his small nutmeg garden to show us how it's harvested, and he uses a homemade tool called sasending to reach the nutmegs high up in the trees. Here 1 kilo of dried nutmeg sells for around 70,000 rupiah or $4. But in Denmark, where I'm from, the price can be as high as 3 million rupiah or $180 per kilo. The nut is covered by a red lace-like membrane called maize. This sells for 5 times the price and is often used in high-end cooking and perfumes. The quality here is among the best in the world, because nutmeg thrives in volcanic soil. Nutmeg is most commonly used for making bechamel sauce. But Pak Barik showed us another traditional way to use the nutmeg.
So apparently you can make wine from nutmeg as well, and it is surprisingly good. Super sour, but surprisingly good. Oh, it's actually very sour, yeah. I like it.
My travel schedule is usually quite packed, but I managed to squeeze in a quick nap. When the sun sets in Siau, something unique reveals itself in the jungle. And on our way, I was happily surprised to see that the health trend had made it to Siau as well.
Semangat, semangat, semangat. Mantap.
So guys, it is the afternoon here in Merauke.
Yep.
There's one thing I actually haven't documented on my channel. I've seen them before, but I haven't documented. It is Tarsius.
Yeah.
This small, tiny primate with massive eyes. And apparently there's a lot of them out in this forest. Yeah, Pa, correct?
Yeah.
And how can we find them?
So there are 2 ways how to find them, by their sound and also by their jumping. When they didn't make a sound, so we only watch the leaves shaking, that's they are.
Okay. And they come out when it's already dark, or they come out now?
No, around 5:30 they will start to make the first sounds, normally like that.
Okay. So let's go and see if we can find the Tarsius here at Siau. Let's go.
That evening, we got very lucky, because within just a few minutes after dark, we saw our first Tarsius. The Tarsius is one of the smallest primates on Earth, and they are endemic to the Sulawesi region. The nocturnal Tarsius has eyes bigger than its brain, giving it incredible night vision. Their long, tiny toes and fingers have rounded pads that work like little suction grips, helping them cling to branches even when they leap at high speed, which they do effortlessly at 40 times their own body length. Today they are a critically endangered species due to deforestation. Seeing one is already rare. Keeping it in frame is almost impossible. Alright, teman-teman, it is 7 o'clock here in Siau, and it's been a great day. It's been a long day and I'm tired. You know, whenever I come to these islands, there are always so many things that I want to explore, so many clips I want to make, and you know, sometimes you just have to be realistic about the time you have. And because this is my last trip from Sulawesi, I've decided this time I'm not gonna stress about making certain clips or everything has to be perfect, or for example, oh, I forgot to give my reaction after seeing the Tarsius in the forest, you know. Because this is my last trip in Sulawesi, I'm just gonna enjoy it and not slack, but definitely not stress about it. So now I could have gone to some restaurant and documented what kind of food that I will be having, but instead I've ordered some food from the local restaurant. They will bring it here, and then I'm gonna sit here, enjoy my evening. I'm gonna have my iced tea, and then I'm gonna have a bit of this nutmeg wine that we bought today from the kind Bapa. The taste is actually really good. It's sweet, it's sour, and it will make sure that I will sleep wonderful tonight. So, enak banget. Istirahat dulu guys, makan dulu, and I will see you guys besok. Good night. I should have bought more.
Selamat pagi guys. It is 20 minutes past 4 and we just drove 45 minutes to go to a outlook post or spot where we can see as the sun is coming up over the volcano. And the reason why we've gotten up so early is because it rained a lot last night, and if it rains a lot the day before, it usually means that it's quite clear in the morning, and it is so clear. We can see stars everywhere, so I'm hoping that we will have a really nice view of the volcano as the sun is coming up. So yeah, fingers crossed.
As the sun slowly rises over Siau, the shape of the Karangetang volcano is revealed. Smoke continues to rise from the summit, a sign that the mountain is never fully at rest. I had luckily brought my long lens so I could get a better view of the peaks. And just a few minutes after I had sent up my drone, one of the peaks spew up a big cloud of black smoke. Watching this reminded me that the people living here every day, they never know exactly when this massive volcano will wake up again and change everything. We enjoyed the view from a small village near the foot of the volcano, and we then watched the local kids show up for today's class. But the sighting of 3 foreigners quickly interrupted the morning lesson, and luckily the teacher didn't mind. I didn't have much to give them besides my attention and some business cards I always bring with me with my YouTube channel name on it. But sometimes, even a little goes a long way.
it is time to explore some of the nearby beaches of this island, because we cannot go to a massive volcanic island without exploring some of the nearby beaches as well. And to our luck, there's a lot of tiny islands around this place that supposedly have some pristine beaches. So today we rented a boat, and I think we're gonna stop at 3 different spots, Dominik says. And for this island trip, I'm going together with some other tourists from Russia and from Germany. So we'll be a big team today. I'm always a bit nervous when I go with other tourists because I have to focus on making video and I don't want to disrupt their trip as well. So might not be able to make as many clips because I also want to respect that this group trip is not just about me making video, it's also about them having a great vacation. So I'll have to adjust accordingly.
We then left Siau Island behind us and set course for a small group of islands just 1 hour away. We passed black volcanic rock sticking up over the surface, solidified lava from eruptions long before our time. Proof that this land was shaped by violent eruptions beneath the sea, and that we are still traveling through a volcanically active world. The views are breathtaking, and it has a Jurassic Park kind of vibe to it, with the many layers of mountains. And we then reached our destination, a small, uninhabited and rarely visited island called Mahoro.
Alright, this is one of the things I'm gonna miss when I go to start my next series on the next island, because there won't be as many beaches and islands like this. That's good, yeah? You know, sometimes I forget that it's beaches like this that I always wanted to visit after seeing the movie The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. And here I am.
There are tons of good snorkeling spots around these islands, and you can easily spend a full day going around in a boat and visiting the various spots. I have now spent years traveling solo around Indonesia, but on this trip something felt different. Over the last year, I've been thinking a lot about the solo aspect of this adventure that I'm on, and seeing those other couples exploring together and sharing the experience, it made me realize that a change to my way of traveling is overdue. I'm definitely not done traveling, but solo traveling can feel lonely at times. Maybe for the next series, it's time I brought someone with me.
So that might have been the last snorkel trip here from Sulawesi. You know, as we were traveling around today, I keep thinking like of all the many amazing trips that I've had here in Sulawesi. So many trips on boats, snorkeling, diving to different islands. And the Sulawesi journey is coming to an end. So 2 years of traveling one island, all coming to an end. But we are not just done yet. We still have one more stop to do.
I then headed back to the hotel to pack up my things. And with that, an amazing trip with Dominik had come to an end. So while we were waiting for the ferry, I asked Pak Dominik to do a bit of promotion for his own services.
For all of you who is the subscriber of this video, and if you want interesting to come to Siau Island, just let me know. You can find maybe in this video about my contact, and I will help you full when you need my help. I can book also your ticket as long as 2 days before you plan to Siau, you can WhatsApp me, so no worries, I can prepare everything.
Alright, Pak Dominik, thank you so much for an amazing trip. Terima kasih banyak ya.
Sama-sama, thank you so much too.
Sampai ketemu lagi.
Ya.
And that was it, guys, from Siau Island. Now I got 4 hours to go back to Manado, and then tomorrow morning we're going to the most northern part of Indonesia. We're going to Miangas Island to finish the Sulawesi series. But now it's nap time, and I'll see you guys in Manado.
So stay tuned, because in my last video from Sulawesi, I traveled to the island of Miangas, Indonesia's most remote northern island, to explore and to learn from the locals what life is really like at the very edge of the nation.
I absolutely love this place.